It's Sunshine, the pink-haired psychic medium, coming back again to talk about the Akashic Records. Today we are chatting about how you can open those records yourself. Because at this point, you've hopefully seen a couple more videos. You know what they are, you know why to open them, you know why to potentially work with a psychic to open them. And you may say, you know what, I still want to go ahead and do this myself. I want to give it a try. And you should. Everyone has the right to access their own records. You can make accessing them as complex or simple as you want. No joke. There are books out there that you can read. There are courses that you can do. There are programs. There are people that are going to train you. I bet you there's probably a bunch of certification on it too. And that's up to you to choose what you want to do. Some folks that you follow and work with are going to share very extensive rituals around it, very specific things that you have to do. Some folks are going to tell you that there's a prayer that you have to say in order to get there. Some folks will say that you need to do X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, right? I say follow what feels right to you. I'm much more likely, I believe in a much more simple way. I believe the more complex that we make things, the more likely we're not going to do it. So I try to keep things really simple. So here is a very simple approach to opening up your own Akashic records. You need 3 things: a notebook, a writing utensil, and 30 minutes of alone time, at least. You could probably do a little bit shorter, but I recommend 30. There's a really beautiful, it's something beautiful about that 30 minutes. So step 1, formulate an intention of what you'd like to explore. This doesn't have to be overly complex, and it can just be curiosity. You could literally just state, I just want to know a story that's impactful to my life today. But you're going to want to be able to state that very specific intention. Maybe even write it down, right? So step 1, determine why you want to explore your Akashic record. Step 2, use a meditation technique that works for you. You want to get yourself into this kind of calm state of mind, right? And I don't mean clear, right? You don't have to have like blank mind, nothing in there, but you just want to be in this very calm state of mind. So you could use a guided meditation. Maybe you dig guided meditation. Maybe you'd like a walking meditation. You could use some visualization, maybe visualizing light coming through and clearing you and calming you. You could do breath work. You could do a combination of all of the above if you want. But you're going to want to use some kind of meditation technique that works for you to bring you into a calmer state of mind. For me, I typically use visualization and breath work, right? I'll just imagine like everything being cleared and open and light coming through and flowing and, grounding me and connecting me from the divine all the way into the root, to the earth. Once you've reached that pretty calmed state of mind, step 3, you're going to call for your book. If you dig the thought of a prayer, you could say one right now, or you could simply ask your guides to bring your Akashic records. Dear guides, please bring forward my Akashic record book. I have a raven that sits on my shoulder, and I ask him to go out and get it for me. So I can, as my eyes are closed, I can see him fly, and I can see him grab the book and bring it back, and he drops it into my lap or onto a table or whatever might be in front of me. Step 4. Sit in silence and observe. At this particular point, if you have not practiced using any of your psychic abilities, you may not know and understand how the messages are going to show up. Okay. And that's a totally different topic. And you can always reach out to me and ask about this, but you may see things show up in your mind's eye. You may hear a couple of things. You may feel things within your body. There may be things that just, you're like, wow, I just know this. You could smell things. You may taste things. You just want to write down, right? Step 5 is writing down anything that you observe. Do not worry about if it seems weird, strange, odd, crazy. Do not worry, right? So sit in silence and just observe what's showing up for you. My strongest psychic ability is my clairvoyance, which is, I think, one of the reasons that I love opening up the Akashic Records, because they legitimately play for me like movies in my mind. I can see full scenes go through. I can see pages kind of like flip back and forth. You may be different though. You may hear things, as I said, feel things, know things. Maybe you smell, maybe you taste. As I said, that step 5 is just to write it down. You may also want to consider recording it, right? Just recording what's coming forward, right? Maybe you just pop up your phone and you record a video or record a voice memo or something of that nature. Just let it go and let it go out. Whatever it is, whether it's writing, whether it's recording, that's just what you want to do. You want to take record of what it is that you've observed. You're probably at this particular point, right? You've spent maybe about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, getting into that good mental state. You're going to spend maybe, 5, 10 minutes observing and writing, right? I said that 30 minutes. And then at the very tail end, once you're done, you just want to step back, sit down for a second, and then give a read or a listen or a watch to what it is that you found. It's that simple. It is that simple. You should have a very clear answer to whatever the intention was that you set in the beginning. Now, on a side note, I really love to schedule myself a sound bath or a sound journey. I bring a notebook, I set my intention of what I want to explore, and then I jump in. That's how I tend to most frequently explore my own Akashic records, is I allow that sound bath or that sound journey. So I am curious, now that I've shared with you what I believe is a pretty simple way to access your own Akashic records, do you plan on doing it? Drop me a comment and let me know.